refilming this video because I just filmed it and it turns out my mic quality or the volume of my voice was way too low. But to start over, let's kick it off by saying for the month of July, today is August 9th by the way, we're filming a recap video for the month of July. So for the month of July, we were negative 1.45%. Let's talk about it. So pretty much for the month of July, we'll talk stats. Trade win percentage, 26%. 4 green, 2 break even, which is skewed by the way, because I lost like literal dollars, less than $10 on a couple of trades just because of slippage. So I didn't technically get out at break even, but I mean losing less than $10 on a trade. For my account size, it's fair enough to call it break even. And then 9 losses for a total of roughly 17 trades, 17 executions. An average win-loss of 2.2 and a profit factor of 0.8. So, like I already explained, we were red for the month. Let's go further into detail. So, for starters, I just want to talk about, let's just get the trades that I'm not particularly proud about for the month of July. So for starters, let's talk about AREN. So on this day here, we took a loss for 0.83 R. So we didn't take a full R loss, which is great. But yeah, we took a loss on this day. Technically speaking, this setup isn't terrible. Big move. Pull back to about 64%. Found support on the 50, higher lows. Came to this tight little pinch. Took it on this day here. But the setup wasn't really in theme. I can't even tell you what theme this is even in. So, yeah, not really a good setup. Technically speaking, price action wise, pretty decent setup. Maybe like a 3.5, 4-star setup. But theme wise, earnings and revenue wise, not a good setup. So, not one of my proudest trades. We'll talk about some trades that I'm not particularly not proud about, but just had a lack of follow through. QUBT, we took it on this day here. But this day, lower day stop was taken, and then I had to re-enter off VWAP reclaim. We ended up taking a loss on that and then getting stopped at a break even on the rest. So yeah, not a bad setup. I mean, some argue that Quantum is like, you can't make money on it. I made money on it before. It's obviously showed proof of linear moves before. So yeah, I mean, could have been better setup. Maybe, a nice 100% move, pulls back a little bit, finds support by the 20 higher lows, builds this nice pivot, thin candle before the day of breaking out, declining volume, which is one of my biggest signs, along with higher lows and just coming to a tight pinch of a 5-star setup. And yeah, not a bad setup, but maybe not the best theme, I guess you could say. Because I mean, at the time though, RGTI, ARQQ, they were all moving in unison. Some being cleaner than others. I think QUBT was the cleanest, which is why I took it. But yeah, unfortunately a loss. BYRN, I like the setup. I'm not really not proud of it. I'm just gonna highlight some of my losses to get it out of the way. Took it on this day here. Ended up getting stopped at break even, but everything I wanted in a setup. Nice big move, starts pulling sideways, finds support on the 10, most importantly. Earning was up soon, but I still took it anyways because I figured that maybe I'd get enough cushion to hold it into earnings. Thank God I got stopped at a break even, and that's why you put on stop losses, because look at what happened there. But I will say, I don't think this was in theme. LAES, Lays, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but we took it on this day here. I remember this one went from green to red. Some may argue you don't let that happen, but I don't know. that's where I'm conflicted into the point where I don't want to be so quick to put my stop at break even and let a trade get away from me. But at the same time, seeing a trade go from green to red definitely does hurt. And like Jesse Livermore says, winning horses don't find its way back to the gate. It's a lot of nuance to that one, but that one kind of stung. I don't know why at the time I necessarily risked up on this. I think I added into this. It showed profit, and then I was like, let me add in more. But yeah, at this point in time, there was no reason, absolutely no reason for me to size up. And then that's where I feel like that was my biggest downfall on this specific trade and just this month. LEU. This one stung heavily because it stopped me out at low a day. It reclaimed VWAP, and I never re-entered because I was at work in a work meeting, and yeah, that just got in the way. XMTR, I took it on what day? The 8th. So this day right here. Clear pivot. I like this setup. Nice big move. Goes sideways, higher lows. Comes to a pinch, thinned candle before the day of breaking out. This one, unfortunately, just had no follow through. And it ended up stopping me out of break even. PRCH, that's a trade from I took from last month. HTZ, some may argue this was another one that, besides technicals, everything else didn't make sense. I could definitely agree with the fact that there was no real theme in this, but a good technical chart. Nice big move, pulls back, higher lows, comes to a nice pinch, very thin candle, breakout day, no follow through, unfortunately. Run, another trade I'm not particularly proud about. Took it on this day here. I don't even, enough said. Not proud about it. It is what it is. ARQQ. This is a trade that I did like. I took it on this day here. We ended up netting 2.39R, but we got stopped at break even on the rest of the trade, or in profit, slightly in profit. What else? NXT, another trade I'm not particularly proud about. On the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, on this day here. Yeah, enough said with that. Tron. I wouldn't say I'm not proud about this, but there was, I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm not ashamed of this trade. Technically speaking, very beautiful chart. But was it in theme? No. So that's all that matters. I think the theme, no pun intended, or actually, I don't think that applies. Never mind. The theme of this month, ironically, is to pay attention to fucking themes. Technically speaking, I think I can spot a very nice chart, identify key levels, easy pivots, dry up a volume. I mean, I think most people can. Where I'm lacking is just recognizing theme. I mean, I can recognize it, but not consistently, obviously. So that's what my biggest takeaway from July is I really need to focus on theme and aligning myself with that and finding, the best themes in the market and then finding the best 2 to 3 stocks within those themes and then nitpicking from there. And going on heavy size on, 2 to 5 names and really maximizing gains while managing risk. So yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from July. Just a little bit of random trades that weren't really in theme. Just because it has beautiful price action doesn't always warrant clicking the buy button. I really need to look deeper into it. I think I maybe keep my system a little too simple. I just gotta really involve theme more. Other than that, not much else to say about this month. Just to recap, down 1.45% on the month for July, 0.8 profit factor. So we do need to work on our risk management of obviously, excuse me. We had our losers bigger than our winners, which should tell us two things: either risk down or make our stop losses tighter. And we did neither, unfortunately. But there's nothing we can do about it now. Anyways, that's all I got to say about July. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.